What's up guys, welcome back. YCS Niagara Falls has just ended a couple of minutes ago and Gabriel Vargas won with Dark Gouki. As you probably already have seen, the finals was a match between both Dark Goukis, as I mentioned before, and Danger Dark World, an upcoming force here in this YCS. I'll come back to the top deck list in a couple of moments. The coverage, first part here, the coverage was a little bit lackluster, right? I mean, if you can compare to the TCG coverage here in Europe with a live YCS live stream. Sadly, Canada didn't have that one, so otherwise it would have been very interesting, you know, with Thunder Dragons, a new deck here, a new and upcoming deck in the TCG would have definitely interest, at least would be interesting to follow the matches, right? But sadly not, we had a written coverage instead, which updated quite slow. But anyway, as a top 32 cut, quite old news, but as you see here, and that's personally a big surprise for me, is that Thunder Dragon, again, the new deck, the new and upcoming deck, for me at least, went a bit under the radar. And then again, it got, I believe, 9 tops here from the top 32 cut, and that's quite a lot. I expected less, if I'm honest. Followed by Gouki, 6 dangers, again, next to Thunder Dragons. Quite of a surprise, especially because 3 of them are Dark World / FTK decks. Oh man, when are they going to deal with the problem, right? And you know, we all know which card I mean here. So yeah, Sky Striker, of course, not that many, a couple of other guys, and then well, in general, quite of a diverse top 32 cut. If we take a closer look at the top 8 knockout, at least yeah, the top 8 metagame decks here, we see Thunder Dragons. 4 Thunder Dragons eventually made it to the top cut, and I believe one of those, yep indeed, one of those was Jay Quincy from Europe, from the UK, ended up, I believe, top 4. Not really sure if he won his top 4 match, but congrats to him. He has been close so many times, but still winning a YCS, I don't think Jake already won one. My apologies if I'm mistaken, but again, he was very close. And I believe Joshua Olsters from the Netherlands ended up top 16 with Danger Burning Abyss. Yep, that's correct. Anyway, the one of Gouki player, one of Paleo Frogs, also very interesting here. He got a feature match in the top 8 on the coverage website from Konami, and he was running multiple copies, I believe, of the Trap card indeed. Again, a very interesting tech choice on his part, and I believe he won the top 8 match and eventually went to top 4, but he lost his top 4 match. The Paleo Frog player, that is. And then, as I mentioned before, 2 dangers, so Danger Dark World FTK featuring Cannon Soldier made it to the top 8. One of them, Jeff Jones, as we saw from the feature match from yesterday on day 1, but lost in the top 8. And I believe, yep indeed, the second list from Danger Dark World FTK went all the way to the finals, but as I mentioned before, lost in the finals to Dark Gouki. So again, when are they going to deal with the biggest problem, as in Firewall Dragon, right? So 3 decks actually caught my attention. First of all, as I mentioned before, the Danger Dark World FTK deck, 6 dangers and at the top 32. Quite interesting. Personally, I didn't expect this one, but let's face it, Summon Sorceress, again, quite of an important card in the States, or, you know, in that territory where Summon Sorceress can be played, but sadly for us, well, sadly, for us TCG players in Europe, Summon Sorceress is not legal and will not be legal next week for YCS London. So that's quite important, quite of an important card, since, again, it's quite of an important tutor in the Danger Dark World FTK strategy. As for Thunder Dragons, again, I think it's a deck that went a little bit under the radar following the OCG trend, as in the OCG is not really that successful, like 10%-ish, but here, I mean, it took, I believe, the format and the players by surprise with 9 out of top 32, or his 9 out of 32 decks in the top cut. Will it be the same for next week in YCS London? Not really sure. Probably not. Again, Summon Sorcerer is quite of an important card for, you know, Danger, Dark World shenanigans, but, you know, Trick Stars, again, tend to be more popular here in Europe than in other regions, right? But, yeah, again, people will just prepare themselves more, again, in the side deck against Thunder Dragons, so we'll see if the deck can keep holding this up. And last, Paleofrogs, again, top 4, main decking the Trap Trick, no deck lists. I mean, the YCS just ended, and I'm sure people will upload the deck list on YouTube and eventually will pop up on Facebook itself. So, well, again, when is the Firewall Dragon fiasco is going to end, right? I mean, will we see like an emergency ban list tomorrow? No, probably not. Again, Summon Sorceress not being legal here in Europe, but so I don't think we can expect an emergency list, but still. They are not going to hit Firewall, right? They will definitely hit something like Armageddonite, Dark Refer, you know, just to other cards just to keep Firewall intact. Oh man, it's just not making sense. But yeah, anyway, so YCS London next weekend. Again, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave your opinions, and as always, thanks for watching. And feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.